Let's dive in. The first, destination, the theme. Ask yourself a question. Why I really work, for example, as a graphic designer for Dublin Business School? Answering this question gives you a lot of great information how to have something that you're excited about, because you need to know your next step in the career, what excites you, what gives you energy, what you're trying to achieve, what you work, what's your focus at the moment. And this is sometimes not easy to do, but having that defined, you can see already that your body emanates with different type of energy. So if you tackle that perfectly, if you find your purpose, as there's a beautiful book by Simon Sinek, Start With Why, and actually there's another book, if you're really interested in finding your why, Find Your Why by Simon Sinek and two other authors, when they describe kind of lengthy but very important process how to find your why. If you have that in your life, whatever circumstances there will be, you will emanate this or deliver this message with totally different energy. Spend a bit of time defining the core of your purpose. What you're about, why do you really want to work for this company doing this specific thing? So that's the step number one. When you have that defined, engage with your backstory. Now, what's the difference between backstory and your background? So the backstory are the cherries of your professional and personal experience. And here it's not about putting them in certain order. It's about choosing those who to fit to the specific situation, to help you to connect with others, to create a story, a hook that is engaging, but also it's very personal, that you believe in and you experienced. People especially relate to something that you experience, so you show that relevant experience. And also remember, even if you change career, there are lots of transferable skills. Very important to include what you bring to the table. So you need to communicate uniqueness, your great value, what makes you different than the other candidates, for example. Promote an achievement. I'm sure you have a lot of achievement in your life, and something that were related and demonstrate to your passion. Now you can see a lot of companies are so much about their values. I cannot imagine approaching an interview now when they won't ask you, or they won't expect you within the answer include in some kind of way how your personal values relate to the company value. So this is something important to take for consideration when you work in your back story and you connect that with your team, because that's the next element, connecting both in something that emanates with this passion and it's very believable. So past comes together with the future, your experience and the goal you want to achieve. Make sure the audience believe in it. So when you choose that carefully, it goes from your core, from your values. It's very important to express that, because they need to see you come across as a believable person. Make sure the audience interviews believe that you can bring values, and that can be, as we mentioned before, by emphasizing the achievement and passion you have for this specific activity. The key thing is, what problem do you solve? And that can be nicely framed together within your team and your backstory, that you show that by doing this, that is your passion, you're able to solve the problem they might have at this moment. A famous song, the Beatles, was, all you need is love. All you need is love and practice. Love itself is not enough. Practice is also important. You can be great in your mind, inside, but unless your body expresses it, you still are on the level that this knowledge, its delivery is not mastered. And very often you can find yourself, bring example from your own life. When you come to interview and, oh, I know answer to this question, I know answer to this question, and then you're drifting away. That's why interview has those design structure like star structure. That's why we have elevator pitch structure, theme, your backstory, then you connect both, taking for consideration the warmth and your competence. Sometimes you meet more than one pitch. Here in the context of elevator pitch for applying for specific role, one or some tweaks depending on the person you're speaking with might suffice, because you always need to think and prepare based on the audience. Very often within your work research, you also include who are the interviewers, what they're interested about. So I give you a small story. I had a client once from Spain, 300 people on one specific role. So what we did, we look at the posts that recently the HR person made on LinkedIn. And happens that she exactly said what she needs. She said that all people are the same, there's no uniqueness, they don't give anything extra. So what we did, we create something extra just before the interview, a simple extra contribution, 3-4 pages document. We sent that in advance of the interview, said, in advance of the interview anticipation, I saw that these are challenges and I think this way I can help. And she sent that document. What happened is, instead of 3 stages interview, she had 2. And then later on, they told her that just on the first interview, they already knew they want to hire her. So it's so important to find a new way, a unique way, addressing the audience. If someone is interested in techniques of extra contribution, I have some Udemy courses, so you can ask me at the end of the session. And very important, what they care about. So if you tackle all those, you cover them, you really are on a great way to win the next meeting, the next opportunity to show yourself with much more details and much more value.